Hi, everybody. Welcome to our community town hall. We're so happy to have you here. Excited to talk with you directly and answer some questions that you guys might have. Hi, everybody. Welcome to our. So, I would like to, before we officially get started with our questions, to introduce our team that we have on here real quick. There's a few newer faces and some oldies but goodies as well. So if we want to just start off with, I'll start off. So I'm Jessie. I help run this community, keep you all engaged and excited, bringing you some fun things, some programs, TCO, and all that good stuff. So that's me. And if we want to move over to Adam, if you want to introduce yourself.
Hey everyone, happy to be here. Many of you know me as Ad Rock, working with Jesse and Nick and Harshit on the community team. Welcome.
Thank you. And Maddie?
Hey everyone, I'm Matty. I work with the platform operations team, so trying to help build the task platform, as it were, with support from the rest of the Topcoder folks.
Thank you. And Juan?
Hi everyone, this is Juan. I work on the product management side of Community App.
Awesome. Thanks. And James?
Hello, everybody. James Corey. I work with the prod dev team, and I was responsible for a lot of the V5 stuff that just came out. So here to answer your questions on some of that.
Awesome. And then behind the scenes, we have Nick, who's helping run this amazing show. If you want to say hello, everybody. He can't. He says hi. Just kidding. Okay, so we're going to just jump right into the questions. We have a number of questions that came in, but feel free to use the chat on YouTube. If you have anything that comes up, we'll address as many questions as we can in this time. So Nick, if you want to bring up the questions, we'll get right started. And naturally, the first question is, are there any updates on TCO finals that you can share? Obviously a fantastic question. We really hope to have TCO announcements this week. So please stay tuned for the end of the week when we will be sharing TCO finals updates. So thank you for your patience with that. All right, and then the next question, also TCO related. Will there be any more regional events this year? Yes, definitely. And again, we will announce those at the end of this week. So stay tuned for more information on that. And if you were able to join one of our virtual regional events, I hope you had a great time. They were definitely a great time for all. So hopefully you can join one of the ones that we will have coming up. Okay. Moving on to the next question. What is the current status of COVID-19 in the USA for Topcoder staff? Are things back to normal? So that's a good question. I'll touch a little bit about it in my area, and then anyone else can chime in. We're still kind of hanging out at home as much as possible, keeping as safe as we can. Schools are going to be starting in a hybrid model, a couple days a week. Some are just going to be virtual only. So, we're still being very cautious in this area. But hopefully things will be better soon. Would anyone else like to comment on their area? Adam or James, Juan, you guys have anything to add about COVID in your area?
I can go. I mean, I live very close to Jesse, so it's pretty much the same. I'm definitely interested / scared to see what happens when schools reopen, but otherwise my family and friends are safe that I know of.
I live in California, so right now on top of COVID, we have the wildfires. So um, it's not great right now. It's pretty scary actually. Um, we can't see like 5 feet outside our window, so it's pretty scary.
More reason to stay home, right?
I I live in Kansas, and schools right now are going to be virtual, and things are still spreading. So right now we're still staying home.
How about you in the UK, Maddie?
I've got no idea about the schools at the moment, but we're slowly opening up. Our cases are pretty flat in the UK, which is good. So we're sort of slowly heading towards normality, I think. So I think the next sort of 6 weeks will be quite important, and hopefully, if everything stays stable, they'll hopefully begin to relieve a few more of the restrictions we currently have. But yeah, schools are still shut. I think it's probably one of the biggest ones.
Okay, well, everybody here and at home, please continue to stay safe in your areas. Keep us updated on how you're doing because we really care about all of you and hope you're hanging in there, you and all your families. Okay, the next question, I'm going to turn it over to Adam, is about the challenge pipeline. So, how is the challenge pipeline being updated? I've seen a few times when the challenges aren't launched or the pipeline looks low. So, I'd love Adam to touch upon this a little bit, and we will share the challenge pipeline link in the chat as well if you've not seen that before.
Yeah, great question. So it's being updated manually a couple times a week, and because of this question, I actually added a timestamp or a date for when the pipeline has been updated. So at least you know how current it is. Essentially, I updated when there are new challenges to add. And then also remove challenges that are out of date. The whole goal for me on the pipeline is future and not necessarily active challenges. So right now, kind of a temporary fix is putting a date on the page so you know when it was last updated. Great question, but it is a manual process, just so everyone understands that.
Right, and we're really happy to be able to bring that to you. I just put the link in the chat. If you have any other questions about the pipeline, just let us know. Always reach out. Thank you. Okay, on to the next question. We're just rolling along here today. What is the status of t-shirt prizes? Well, as you know, there's a global pandemic going on, which is affecting lots of shipping and t-shirt places. So we owe a lot of people t-shirts, and we have not forgotten about any of you, especially our regional event t-shirt winners. So please hang tight, have patience. We totally appreciate it. We know how important t-shirts and prizes are to you, and it's so important to us, which is why we are always sending them. So we really hope that all that backlog will be sorted out in the coming months. So just sit tight, stay tuned. Thank you so much. Okay, on to the next question. There are a lot of Topcoder gig work opportunities available, but I don't see an easy way to view them. Can you add filters to help us find the right gig? So this is a really good question. I'm going to take part of it, and then I'll send it over to see if anyone else has something to add. So on our gig work page, which you can view right underneath, compete at Topcoder, it'll show you all our gig work postings. I mean, right now it's kind of a whole list of all the different gigs that we have, and you can search for them with the search bar. However, in the next coming days, we will be updating it to add more filters, make it easy to search, and really give you the opportunity to view a gig with the top information about it. So you don't have to drill into the job description every single time. So stay tuned for that. It'll be a much better user experience, and it will really help you identify which gigs work best for you and to be able to apply for them. Anything else to add to that, anybody? Okay. I see a question that just popped up too, how to start a journey at Topcoder, Raj. So good question. Definitely check out, I'll share some links in the chat, but check out our practice page at Topcoder. The practice page has ongoing challenges constantly, and those can help you learn how the Topcoder process works. And then you can also try out SRMs or practice challenges, competitive programming. So that practice page would be a good place to start for you. So definitely check that out. I'll make sure I add that link in there for you. Okay, the next question, how can I learn more about gig work and if it's right for me? So I'm going to send that over to Maddie because he's been working a lot on gig work lately, if you want to give some more input on that.
Yeah, I mean, the best thing to do would be to go straight to the gig work page and go through the various different resources that are there. But for folks on the call, gig work is essentially a route to access freelance work on a global model. So, we do our best to match you guys to the opportunities we have, or you can apply directly online to things that you think might be a good match. And then we try and get you in front of the client and into those opportunities. That's kind of the high level summary of it. And I guess the model is that you can kind of compete on Topcoder, keep building your skills and your record and reputation, and then also apply to the gig works as well. In terms of if it's right for you, I think it's just a case of understanding whether you are interested in doing freelance work, um, whether that be on the side of your current full time role or as an alternative to your full time role. And just trying to work out if that's something you're interested in. We'll try and sign folk up for a decent chunk of time, create opportunities to experience new clients and therefore environments and experiences, and then go from there. But if you're comfortable with the freelance life, then absolutely right for you. And if you're not sure, then there's opportunities in there to maybe try and run something concurrently with what you do and explore what's available through all the resources that are on the gig work page.
Awesome, thank you. And I did put the link in there, so check that out. There's tons of gigs available. And if you have any questions anytime, feel free to reach out to us. I believe the email is community.task@topcoder.com. I'll put that in the chat as well, so you can reach directly to Maddie and the rest of our team that are running gig work. The next question, leave it with you, Maddie, is what kind of companies can I work for through a gig? Can you share any names? So what do you have that you can share?
Yeah, quite happy to. So we've worked across all sorts of spectrums. A couple of people we worked with or working with are sort of like Nike. We've got various financial institutions that we've got contracts with as well, down into kind of subsidiaries of these companies that are funded by banks or funded by VCs. The reality is that the task model applies to every kind of opportunity you can imagine. So everything from the global sportswear brands into the financial institutions into the oil and gas sector, we have some of those coming through as well. We're currently working on a route to try and make sure the opportunities are clearer in terms of what sector they're in and maybe allude to who the client is, but we can't confirm what the opportunities are. You'll find that out if you're successful in getting through the final stages, which I'm sure most of you would be. But we have to keep that confidential until then. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of big brands, very big brands in the job page. We've got things going on all across the board, really, for various opportunities. So hopefully that gives you some kind of idea of where we're at with the kind of companies.
Awesome. And another question just came in from the chat from Sanju. Multiple gigs might be related to the same team or project. Do we have a team name or project name or dummy project name just to know what these gigs are related to?
Yeah, good question. I think it's something we'll have to take under sort of investigation at the moment. It's quite hard to sort of link things on the jobs page because, again, you could then contact someone and we could break the confidentiality agreement we have with our clients. But once you're onboarded, then of course you then become part of the team and can obviously communicate and operate with them and find out the new people who are coming on board as well, perhaps in complementary teams that are working on similar projects or arguably the bigger project that you might be a part of.
Awesome. Thank you, Maddie. Okay. Our next question I'm going to send over to Adam. How can I get qualified to work in a gig work role? We have some new skill building competitions coming up that I wanted Adam to chat about with regards to that.
Yeah, great question. So we are running what we call Topcoder Skill Builder challenges in different technologies for you to essentially showcase your skills and also learn. So Harshit has put together a program around our Skill Builder challenges where we have an easy, medium, and hard problem, and you essentially submit on those and get a rating. And from that rating, we will then be able to evaluate you and help put you into or suggest different gigs that we have available. So as we get that up and running, we're very excited about that and looking forward to everyone here learning from those, learning new skills, because they are definitely in the vein of you upskilling, but also showcasing what you can do so you can get any of these gigs. Our goal here at Topcoder is really for you to showcase your skills through our challenges and not necessarily have it all be about, just you submitting on your resume. We definitely want you to be able to say, "Hey, I know how to do this, and because I know how to do this, this job this gig is a great opportunity." So please look for the skill builder challenges. There is one running right now with the three sizes: the easy, medium, and hard on React. So please go check that out. And we have a few more that will be launching this week.
Awesome, thank you. And those challenges are open to anybody. So if you're not interested in gig work at this moment, or you literally can't do gig work, you can still participate in those challenges. They really are open for everyone. And we'll have more information on these types of challenges very soon. We're going to have a ton more content and information on how they work and what they're all about. Okay. The next question. I saw on the blog the new platform updates. Can you share some cool things that were included? So James, Juan, do you guys want to talk about the V5 update?
Sure. I'll talk a little bit about the front end changes. So front end wise, for those who aren't aware, we recently, just as early as last week, Community App integrated with the Challenge V5 API. So what this means is some of our pages, like the Challenge Listings page and the Challenge Details page, they now use the latest V5 Challenge API. So we see significant improvements in the speed performance of those pages with just registration, search, navigation. But we're also going to continually improve on it with subsequent releases. So we released the first version on the 19th, so last week, and we released a follow-up version on Monday. And we have subsequent releases scheduled for this Thursday and next Tuesday. So we'll continue to fix the remaining bugs on those remaining V5 issues. But in terms of front-end changes, we have added QA as a separate track. So we have design, development, data science, and now QA, so you can search for just QA track. We no longer have subtracks, and instead we rolled the subtracks into the keyword search. So the existing legacy subtracks are added there, so you can search M&M for marathon match or wireframes in the keyword search instead of a subtract. And I think that's pretty much it for biggest change, but I wanted to touch a little bit outside of V5. The biggest focus right now is clearing up the tickets that are remaining for V5, but also we have a lot of backlog tickets for the community app platform in general that we've heard from you guys that there are general bugs on the page, like on the profiles page, on the ratings page. So we are going to start opening that up next week. So we'll start resolving tickets for you guys, those ugly bugs. On top of that, our team is working on investigating fixing forums, the challenge discussion use case of forums. So those are our main focuses right now in the short term, in the next quarter. Hopefully the experience for our members will be a lot smoother. I'll hand it over to James to add anything.
Okay, I don't want to go too in depth, but what we did do is move. V5 is built on all new systems, so we did still have to work with legacy systems, but we have services that do that. So you're not dealing anymore with direct to those old systems. So what we kind of have now is a minor step backwards to take a huge leap forwards. I know that there's some inconveniences with challenge types and editing things in direct and not seeing them right away. We are going to mitigate that pretty quickly. But what that then gives us is a huge advantage coming up with the new challenge manager, which will replace direct and OR in the coming future. And after we get past some of these hurdles with legacy syncing and stuff like that, we have seen page to page, transition and navigation go way down. Registration for challenges takes a lot less time now. It's a lot more stable. But right now, like I said, there's still some issues with legacy that we're working through. So we just ask that you please, bear with us a little bit as we rip the Band-Aid off, as it were. And I'm going to say over the next, month, 3 months, 6 months, there's going to be huge exponential growth in speed and usability, and also the ability to add features going forward. As Juan touched on, we got rid of subtracts, quote unquote. What that means is we're simplifying what challenges are. Now any challenge is a challenge, meaning before we had design challenges that were different and looked different and acted different from development challenges, etc. Now that we have kind of a unified object, it'll allow us to add new types and new timelines and new reasons for jumping in a challenge early, or it'll also allow us to, down the road, one of the features that we're planning is the ability to submit to a development challenge, for example, and immediately get back code quality review that's automated, so that you can fix that and then submit again and get a better score overall. That helps us get better code quality. It helps you learn what you're building against and what you need to do. So there's really a lot of features that are in the pipeline that are blocked by this hurdle that we, for lack of a better term, kind of stumbled over. It works well, but it's a little bit bumpy. So, and Clara wants to say hi too. So we're going to be doing that. We're going to be posting updates, like Juan said. We're going to be trying to do updates at least twice a week to the community app side, and the V5 API side will have updates at that periodicity as well. So if you have questions, let us know. I'd be glad to talk about it more. But like I said, we still have to operate with legacy, so we're still a little bit handicapped, and we'll be moving forward from there. So.
Awesome. Thank you. Hi, Clara. Thanks, James. Thanks, Juan. Okay, so I wanted to open it. Those were our main questions that we had come in. I would love to open it up to anyone on the chat who is watching now who has any questions for us or for the little ones. Thank you as well.
Yeah, Clara ran away.
We're all here, so you've got our attention. So definitely put us under the gun. Ask the good questions. Hi, Luis. Okay. I'll just hold on for another minute in case anyone's typing. Anyone here have any other comments to add that we want to share with the community before we call it a day? Adam, Maddie, anybody? Anything?
I would just suggest, as we have V5 out now, as any of you continue to, if you happen to see any issues or anything that we should tackle, please do continue to send everything into support@topcoder.com. Obviously, if you see things that you like and positive things, please also let us know about those items. Like, we definitely like to hear the positive side of progress that the platform is making. But if there are issues and things are not working for you, please do email support@topcoder.com at all times. That's the best place to get a response and best way to understand a process to handle the issue that you're bringing up.
Yep. Thank you.
Thing for me is on the gig work front, make sure to tell any of your mates about it as well. There's a lot of opportunities out there, and just because it might not be right for you, it might be right for someone else in which case please do share the gig work page with them. And just make sure that you keep your Topcoder profile up to date and your CV up to date as well, as these are the two things we use to sell you guys to the clients. And the more up to date they are, and the more detail you can provide, the easier that job is for us to help us get you these awesome opportunities.
Yeah, and ask questions. If you see a gig opportunity that you might be great for, but you have a doubt, let us know. Like, you have all of us here to answer any of your questions. So you may be a great fit for the gig. So don't let doubt, or if you think there may be something around language, or if you think there's just one thing on the list that you may not qualify for, bring it up. Ask us. We'll let you know, and we can help you with that.
Yeah, really good point. Thank you. Two other questions came in. So TCO20, Lisa, I'll let you guys know by the end of the week the plans and what's happening. So stay tuned for the end of the week for that. Sanju says, we don't see anything related to TCO or regional wins on profiles. Can we add that as a medal on our profile? That seems cool. Oh yeah, we think that's super cool too. Definitely something you want to be able to do very soon. Anyone want to add into that, Adam? I know we've been
yeah, Nick can't talk right now, but Nick is working on some of those ideas and concepts around how we are updating the profile, some of the gamification pieces. So we're very excited by our research and the opportunity to add that. We don't have it on the roadmap right this minute, but it's definitely something that we are very excited to get out there sooner than later.
Nick was cheering. Yay. Okay, awesome. Any other questions for us, guys? Okay. Well, we really appreciate you guys spending some time with us and, listening to us answer some of your questions. We are always available for any other questions you guys have. You can find us on Slack. You can find us in the forums. As Adam mentioned, support@topcoder.com. Feel free to be reaching out to us. That's our job, to make sure we're there for you guys, answering the questions that you have. So we'll look forward to having another one of these town halls, probably not next month, but the following month. We're trying to do them every other month. And until then, send us your questions. Thanks, everybody, and thanks, Topcoder team, for being here today.
All right, thanks, everyone.